Hi and welcome. I've not scripted anything for this video, but I have got a message for the majority of the people that subscribe to this channel but never was ever a part of the community or was willing to help other than just take. And you know, I'm going to tell you now, for those people that were never part of this community, I'm here now to gloat at your failure, and it's coming. And a lot of you ain't even going to see it come. I just want to give you, for instance, here, right? I am multi-skilled. I'm going to tell you some of the skills I've got. But before I do, if someone like me is going to struggle, what chance have you got, realistically, of getting through what's coming? Okay, so I can take your car right now to the very last nut and bolt apart and put it all back together again, and you can turn the key and it'll start. You know, I'm skilled in bodywork, so I can take all the panels off that car and put them all back on, put it back together, repaint it, and you wouldn't know it'd been repaired. You know, but that's just a single skill, really, as far as I'm concerned. I'm good at carpentry. I can bricklay, build. I can fabricate with steel. I've got qualifications in law, science, natural sciences, which covers chemistry, physics, biology, earth sciences, and astronomy. And then, you know, I can drive any vehicle in this country, absolutely any vehicle. I haven't got a pilot's license, but I'm confident that I can take off in a plane, because I've had lessons, anywhere, and navigate to a certain place and land that plane safely. My point is this: what chance have you got? If someone like me is struggling, what chance have you got? I can program electronics, I can CAD design, you know, you name it. And I can build prototypes of pretty much any of my choosing. What chance have you got? If someone like me struggles, what chance have you got? And I'm talking to that part of this subscribers list, which makes up 99% of them. I'm talking to them that have no community spirit. You know what is the deal? I might be on a sinking ship, but I guarantee you I will step off that ship before it goes underwater onto dry land. That's because I've got certain abilities which makes me a very resilient person. If you don't have the same skills as me and I'm struggling, what chance have you got? You know, it's the 99% of the people in this world that are allowing exactly what's going on to go on and carry on. And they think that by sitting by on the sidelines, doing nothing and not acting, is going to be allowing them to prosper in the future. And there couldn't be so many further wrong from the truth. So, me and the very small community of people on here are now not going to advise anymore on this channel. We're just going to sit back and say, we told you so. We told you so. You paid no attention. We told you so. And I'll give you, for instance, and it makes me laugh in the comment section when I read this, when I talk about cloud seeding, weather modification. I was talking about that over a decade ago, and people were calling me a conspiracy theorist because I was talking about it. It was something that weren't widely known, and it's accepted, and your governments are coming out and telling you we've got an £800 million programme that we're going to dim the sunlight. Now, all of a sudden, where the people were saying to me and all the others that was talking about it over a decade ago, you were right, and it weren't a conspiracy. The government was plastering us with labels like conspiracy theorists back then, but it was true. And now it's out in the open. Oh, you get no credit off no one. And I see that. So you know what, I'm just going to sit back now and watch the 99% of these subscribers on this channel and the rest of YouTube cry their eyes out. Literally cry their eyes out, because they have no idea what's coming next for them. They're going to lose everything they've got. They think they've got a secure job. Ha 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 ha. There's the first laugh I'm going to have. There is no such thing as a secure job or a job for life anymore. And like they said at Davos, which wasn't intended as a planned strategy, they said you'll have nothing and you'll be happy. It's going to happen to them, because it wasn't intended as a planned strategy when they said it, But it seems to have come to be that. Now, all these people that think that they're switched on and alert, let's see how alert they are. Because, you heard all the skills I've got. And if I struggle now, oh my God, what's going to happen to that 999% of the people if I'm just that 1% person that has them skills? What's going to happen to all those people that don't? And you know what? Here's another prediction. Look in the comments section at what these armchair warriors are going to do right now. They're going to come at me for saying this. But you know what? It's just going to prove one thing right, that they're cowards. It's easy to have a go at someone when they're sitting in their armchair and they've got the keyboard on the lap, having a go at somebody like me with a platform like I've got on here. But they'll never take up the argument because they just don't have the inclination, the motivation or an opportunity to do so with their politicians because they're cowards. These are people that will stand other people coming into their house and taking everything they want, and they'll be able to do nothing about it because it's bred into their mentality. It's like, they're born with these instincts just to be gun fodder and chicken brains. And that's all they are. Because communities stand strong. Now, like even in the Bible said, refine like a gold refinist, the best. I've done that. It's all over on Patreon. All that's left now is murky water. Mouthpieces. People that talk the talk but can never walk the walk. Trying to give people heads up on certain channels on YouTube that was just, out for what they could take off them, whilst being an honest platform, watching people just abandon you, despite what you said. They just walked away. Well, now it's my turn, and I will have the last laugh here, and so will the rest of my little community. We will watch now what happens in this world. It's not just related to one country. But if you want to let people like Donald Trump get away with things like they are, and Sir Keir Starmer and all those other politicians that are waxing themselves rich out of the public taxpayers' money and sit around and do nothing while they persecute the 99%, and you do nothing, then you get what now is going to be served up to you on a gold platter. And I'm going to be here, and I want you to remember this. When you have your downfalls, I am going to be standing there watching you. When you're getting evicted out your house or you're having your car repossessed, I am there with my small community watching you, and we ain't going to lift a finger, just like you did. So now it's not the time anymore on this channel to give advice to anybody. We've left and we're not coming back. We're just here now to observe and gloat and say, look at these people. Did we not warn them? Did we not say that this would happen? Did we not show them the facts that proved that this was going to come to this point? Yes, we did. And they did nothing. So, I'm telling you right now that the oil in your lamp is going to run out. And it's going to run out way before my oil runs out in my lamp. And you just think about that, what I just said. And best of luck to you, but I can guarantee I can write it down on an envelope, hand it to you, and you tell me if that don't come to fruition. So say what you want in the comments section. Don't be surprised if I get as abusive as you, but at the end of the day, we know why you're commenting there in that section. It's because you're a coward and you're about to fall flat on your face, and me and my community will be there applauding that because you brought it on yourself. Alright? And I'm talking to you that think I'm not talking to you right now. You need to go and have a look in the mirror and just realise the shitstorm that you're in, because you are about to fall over on your face and you ain't going to have the strength to pick yourself up, even if you got the willpower to. Got nothing else to say to you.